This guy knows every single verse in the Quran. Provided you mention the beginning of that verse, he will definitely fish out the continuation of the verses for you, inshallah. And the people who are capable of doing this are actually the Hufad. These are the people who have memorized the Quran cover to cover. Sometime back, we created a video on the guy who memorized everything in the Quran. You can check up here for that video. But technically, he didn't do that in just a month or two or even a year. It is a journey that requires more than a year, and people are committing to doing that by Allah's will. You see, my brothers and sisters in Islam, as we've been saying, these people are not joking or they are lying about what they can do. It is actually something that they can do. And once you set your mind to do exactly or even more than that which they do, then you can also do the same. And in today's video, I'm going to reveal some 5 techniques on how to accomplish this, though I've already made or created a video of this sort. So if you want to know the techniques, especially the technique number 5 is so amazing, so then stay tuned and don't go far.
صلى الله عليه وسلم.
وإذ صرفنا إليك نفرا من الجن يستمعون القرآن فلما حضروا قالوا أنصتوا قاف والقرآن المجيد صاد والقرآن ذي الذكر ما أنزلنا عليك القرآن لتشقى ياسين والقرآن الحكيم شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن ولو جعلناه قرآنا أعجميا لقالوا لولا فصلت آياته أعجمي وعربي قل لئن استمعت الإنس والجن على أن يأتوا بمثل هذا القرآن وقرآنا فرقناه لتقرأه على الناس على مكث ونزلناه تنزيلا قرآنا عربيا غير ذي عوج لعلهم يتقون ولقد صرفنا للناس في هذا القرآن من كل مثل ولقد صرفنا في هذا القرآن للناس من كل مثل بما أوحينا إليك بما أوحينا نحن نقص عليك أحسن القصص بما أوحينا إليك هذا القرآن وإن كنت من قبله لمن الغافلين إنما أمرت أن أعبد رب هذه البلدة الذي حرمها وله كل شيء أمرت أن أكون من المسلمين يا أيها المزمل قم الليل إلا قليلا نصفه أو ينقص منه قليلا أو زد عليه ورتل القرآن ترتيلا بل هو قرآن مجيد. What is the address?
So what you saw is the video of the guy who can technically continue every verse is given to him because he has memorized the Quran. And once you know how to do that, you might as well get yourself into his position very soon. The disclaimer here is, The techniques I will be giving you requires time and dedication. Once these two are missing, then the result will not be gained. So stay up to these rules and you will see the difference very soon. So to begin with, technique number one is to have a clear intention to memorize the Quran for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is actually the basic thing we can do as far as Islam and the Quran is concerned. Technique number two is to always start very small. So some of you want to memorize the Quran and you start by using the bigger chapters instead of starting from the smaller ones. Even if you know the smaller chapters, this time it will serve as a revision for you. So then, as you are done with that, then you climb up to the bigger chapters in the near future, inshallah. Technique number three is to start first by reading the verses you need to memorize, looking into the Quran for about 10 to 15 times. So that will be the mujawwad. Then after, you close the Quran and then you try reciting from head for about 2 to 5 times. And then this is to ensure that everything has been closely viewed. So note that during this stage, once you make a mistake during the recitation from your head, then you then have to open the Quran again and then we read for about 2 to 5 times, then close the Quran and then do the hifz over and over as you move forward, inshallah. Technique number four is to start your day by reciting the previous verses before adding more to it. This will make you know whether or not you have to revise the previous verses or move forward to a new verse. And then the technique number five, which is the most important one here, is to do all this in front of a sheikh or an imam or a scholar of the Quran. This is to make sure that you have the best memorization memories even before, during, and after memorization, because it is going to be hard. But once you have all this in place, then things like dedication and time will fall in place automatically and you will be fine. Now, also, in addition to all these techniques, there is a bonus technique that I want to add, and this bonus technique is to always make dua. You see, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala answers to the dua of his servants. That is why he said, Udu'uni astajib lakum, that we should call upon him and he is going to answer. So you should make sure that you are always in dua, always with the Quran, always getting closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and this will be seen through you at the end, inshallah. So brothers and sisters in Islam, this is an opportunity to also make yourself a worthy member of the Ahlul Quran through memorization. Take it or leave it. But no matter what, the other techniques that you will see on YouTube or you will get from other people will always include having a sheikh or an imam as your teacher. And that's why I kept it at last, for it is the best of all. Again, there are people who have also managed their best to use their free time in addition to the technology of today to memorize the Quran, and people have seen the results. The only downfall here is that all the other four techniques are applied except the fifth one, though it is applied through the technology. So that too can also be an option for those who really want to go through with these memorization steps, but will require some hand without going to see an imam or a sheikh. So if you really want to know the way that this can be done, then give this video a thumbs up and say yes in the comment section. This brings us to the end of today's video. If you are new to this channel, consider subscribing to this channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our content when we produce them. If you want more people to see this video, consider liking this video. And if you have a question or a suggestion, drop it down in the comment section below. We'll be glad to respond. With this, I say to my brothers and sisters in Islam, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves you. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will forgive you. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will guide you. So pray to him, for he said in the Quran, Udu'uni astajib lakum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh.